Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of my late night shifters. And good morning, good morning, good morning to my early risers. It's a beautiful, 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 sexy Saturday. Yes, very beautiful, sexy Saturday. Now, I'll be taking my little angel tree on down, probably right on the New Year's. I'm still old fashioned, so it'll be there to New Year's. But let's just bark in because I am so excited, guys, about my sit down Sunday that it just don't make no daggone sense. I cannot believe it. Now, as I continue to train those moving forward that are taking my advice, those that are following me, I see you and I want to just thank you. Keep following me on into the new year because we definitely going places. Now, here's where else we're going. We're going to go down what you call memory lane. Hi, Patty. Good morning, baby. We're going to go down memory lane. We talking about what we bring in with us into 2026. We talking about what we leaving. And we talking about some of the stuff that we've endured. And then we're going to lead up to January the 14th, in-person presentation. While some of you sit at home and join us live, that'll be wonderful. But just know that on my special day, we already have the events planned. And we already have the people already booked and bougie. And I am so excited and grateful for those of you that are coming. And that is one thing. Hi, Patty, would you like to come to my celebration? Just give me a thumbs up in the thing and tell me in my inbox, and I will let you know what hotel it's going to be. I'm having a little birthday hotel bash. I'm washing and doing everybody's hair with my own products. I launched a hair product, so we basically having a pampering party for my birthday. And if you want to come, friend of 100 years, you're more than welcome. That's what we talking about. We talking about over the years. Let me bring up what we bringing into the new year and what we leaving as far as friendships, relationships, and things that we value. Let's talk about it. Now, hold on. Let me turn this heater off because every time I stand in front of it, it waters my eyes. Hold on. Now, so I'm so glad y'all figured out how to work both of y'all cameras. All you do is stand on one side and it angles in on the other. So boom, now you're on both things. So now, moving on. Let's talk about the friendships and the relationships that we are taking. And let's talk about the friends. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about our friends and family and what signifies them as your friend, what signifies them as your family, because it's not always blood that makes the connection. Sometimes it's years of grit and lived experience that make a person cling to you, stand by you, and stick with you through your times. So now, I'm going to talk about me, the friend, and any friends that I may have lost, how and why. How about after 54 years of living, 44 of them years building and creating relationships? Because after 10 years old, about fifth grade, I began making friends. These same ones that are still here, that's the part there that I'm getting at. So back in 1983, when I was here, 81, 82, and 83, going to Hamilton and making friends. Then I was a little bit sooner. I went to Camp Curtin. Then I went to the John Harris. Then they sent us to, first I was at William Penn. Then they sent us to John Harris. I went to Woodward. So I went to many places. And now, as we grew, everybody that was considered my friend is still there. I still have everybody. They're still a phone call away. Some of them I lost your number. But as soon as we run into each other, it picks back up. And that's where the actual friendship lies at. So now, I want to talk about my losses, cutting my losses, and going forward. I have yet to lose any friends in the last 30 something years. I have never lost not one person in my life. My mother had passed. That was significant. And some funerals have happened. But as far as me with friends, baby, Every time I call on the ones that I know as my friends, they're right there. Boom. Now, me as the friend, I used to be the type of friend that if you were in a shelter or you were fucked up or something was wrong, I would be the one that comes showing up. I was the phone call away, and I was always what you call a savior. My grandkids even say, "Well, we don't want you to be the savior, Grandma," because they want to be a little mature and do things on their own. So the friend that I was is not the friend that I received. So I didn't ever lose anything. The people that I don't deal with anymore lost me. So going into 2026, yes. And they felt it. The only thing they could do is try to make moves. I had these one particular set of friends, men and women. They didn't make no moves until they saw me. To spite me, they would finish the certification real quick because they didn't have nothing else. Well, Lord and behold, if let me be your motivation. I've always reached out and called and shared my resources. I was always the friend. I've always been the Captain Save 'em because I was always the friend. So now when you look back over time into your Rolodex of people and you look at that moment and that thing and that place that you needed, the only thing that they could do is say, now, if I had Lisa, I would have been able to do this sooner. If Lisa was there, it would have been done faster because Lisa don't lose anything. Everything and everybody loses Lisa. I know this already because I don't be picked and chosen. I don't sit at no table and eat with anybody. I came in the world dolo, so therefore I'm the lost. When I cut you off real short, I come for everything that you have, especially if I believe you to be a threat to me. Now, we talking about people with fake beef. I didn't have no fake beef in my life ever. I never had nothing in my life fake. Everything in my life was always so real. And I dealt and handled it accordingly like if it was real. And that's what I'm going to continue to do because that has been getting me pretty far. Holding things accountable, protecting myself, standing others up and wondering, well, you always stand at somebody. What about you? Hey, look, I'm good. Some people be so caught up in what I do for other people. You need to take a notation and realize that's because I'm the actual friend. I'm the plug, the contact, the friend. I make all the decisions in my life. Nobody has never left out of my life. I was married. They didn't leave. I exit them. I can't remember not one person that I've lost. Mm. And I'm going to take a seat on that. I want to sit down and think about that because we're talking about seriously relationships and what we taking in to 2026 and what we leaving in 25. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm grateful that as I look at my bags and my luggage, as they call baggage, I'm glad that I've let people go. I've let people go that depended on me for a very long time for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I had some people that had been dependent on me for more than they could depend for their own self. So, what loss have I ever taken? And dearest friend, my best friend is a man. He's married, successful. My next runner up best friend is another man, successful, single. You know, all of my friends, when I look back and every time I call them, they're right there. They saying, we right here. Oh, I know. I don't have to question that. So the thing is, a lot of women sometimes cater and carry a lot of females in their circle. I don't carry women in my circle. I have a couple that I call and let them know, keep them posted, and we all right. And that's on a certain degree. But every man in my life, long as my niggas there, I don't give a fuck about you hoes. Long as my niggas is there, I'm good. So every one of my friends, long lasting relationships is through the men. Yeah. So I love you guys. And they up watching me now. And then I also had the pleasure of having a really good friend of mine come over for Christmas just for a moment. So they was able to witness the serene comfort of my clean, very well put together apartment. And Jamal, Wiz, I appreciate you stopping by and spending a portion of your Christmas with me. Yes, it was a little documentary situation, but I appreciate you being a lending ear when you did come. I appreciate you being supportive throughout of my journey. And you can't claim that in a lot of females because a lot of females take the value out of things these days. So I'm grateful. I have yet to lose anything or anybody. I said, well, damn, God has been good to me. Yeah, because I had to do a person. They said during the 12 steps, there's a personal inventory. During my personal inventory, I looked back and I said, are you losing people or are they losing you? That is the question. I said, oh, yeah, they're losing me because when I look back, yeah, they're still answering. I was like, shit, I had to just check myself. Let me just make sure. Hi, Tony Haskins. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. What's going on, Shaquille? I just saw you pop on there. How you doing, name? Yeah, so I'm just sitting there thinking about how a lot of people go in. Hey, Al, a lot of people are leaving these things and going into the New Year's, and they're suggesting that people are losing friends. But I want you guys to know that one thing about me personally is I like to talk about me personally. I haven't lost any of you guys, and I'm so grateful. The ones that believe that I lost, no, I'm here to clear it up for you so you don't go into the New Year thinking I lost you. Everybody that I've ever dealt with that I don't talk to no more, I did my research. I stopped. So there we stopped. I reach out now and then because of the children. There's attachment that I have with some lives that I lived around for a lot of years. But that's not a friendship. That's a valid, what you call situationship. That's a whole nother story. But other than that, I can't claim no losses, not in people. So I want to be proud enough to say to you guys, don't claim losses that you didn't take. Just because other people are professing and announcing these losses and what they leaving behind, a lot of us don't have those things that we have to leave behind. We have a lot of people, places, and things that we still can bring with us. Yeah, yeah. And I have some young generations, my daughter and them's age, that loved me dearly. They're not my friends. Those are my youngins. I'm their aunt. I'm their big cousin. I'm respected in their life as a figure. So I don't get to lose them people. If anything, they go wrong, they lose me. And they do all they can to hold on to me. And I am so grateful. I feel the people coming towards me saying, well, don't be leaving me in no 25. When you get somebody to inbox you and say, don't be trying to leave me in no 25, Lisa Glenn. And I go, and why would I do that? Why would I do that? We're going to continue to watch people from behind. We're going to let them steer on a two-pedal bike, thinking they're going to get chosen. But one thing about TV is you need personality. You don't always have to have the most beautiful body or the most clean-shaven face. You have to just have a personality that sits in front of and above and beyond your looks. Because no matter how beautiful I may appear, if my personality wasn't nothing, I wouldn't be in this industry today. Trust and believe me. And as far as my hand is NBA, NFL, TV, and networking and all that stuff, I'm a major reference. And if anybody from A&R ever calls me about anybody, I'm going to give them the right news. And the news is going to be they not nobody you can use. Because if you remove them from the crowd, where is their personality going to get them to? I'm looking for personality to put on the map. And if I can't stand by your personality, my answer is going to be NFL, NBA. The answer is no. I don't care if it's a concession stand. You can't serve a glizzy hot dog if you don't have the personality that I'm looking for now that I'm in the industry. I block every fucking thing and everybody, especially if they ain't worth a glizzy. If you ain't worth a good hot dog, we can't let you get in this industry. I'm blocking everything. Trust me. Now, we talk about what we losing. Hold on. Now, January the 14th, Shaquille, I know you hear Els talking. I need to be in a hotel doing hair with my hair products and celebrating my birthday. I don't care how many people hair knee braided, boys, with men, the girls. Get my family together, please, and let them know that I will be doing something in York, hopefully where everybody can get to, but I need to be somewhere where I can have a party pampering everybody. Can you help Auntie with that? Well, I ain't your aunt. Well, can you help me with that, baby? Yeah. Now, Shaquille. I don't know who else in the family is watching from York, but Shaquille, I'm zooming in on you because you know Els and you can hear me. I'm being harassed. And guess what? I'm ready to go because I don't want y'all to have to, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to go ahead and get my little apartment on back down the street there because I'm being extra nice and I don't want nothing going with me into no new year. So 2026 is going to be lit and I'm coming home with a whole lot of stuff. So I'm looking for me another apartment down there where we, you know what I mean, be at. And from there, I can go all over the place. So keep that in mind, Shaquille. But anyway, moving on. January the 14th, there are some live events going on. By all means, make sure you guys tune into them. But those of you that are going to be swimming in the pool with me, all you got to do is get on the inbox on whatever live you in and say, count me in. I'm only counting 5. So my furious 5 men or a combination of the men and the women, y'all know who y'all are. Just let me know you guys are coming. And I'll book the room and let them know that I'm going to have 4 guests. And that's it. The 5 of us will be swimming. I'll be doing your hair and we'll be doing whatever, bringing my birthday on then. And that's it. Then I'll be going up to Yonex, the barbershop, and having a little presentation. Because what I'm doing with Yonex is not a one-day thing. That's going to be forever. Because once I get my products in the door and begin to use them, once they're gone, I'll order more. That's how we're going to do that. Yeah, that's how we're going to do that. Am I selling my products? Yes, but I'm using my products in service. Yeah. I like being professional using my own products. They say, "Oh, what's that?" I go, "Oh, that's my own homemade beard stuff. Can you smell it?" And they go, "Yes, I can." Yeah, baby, I love it. So I got my own deodorant. Hold on, guys. That heat had my eyes running. I got my own deodorant. I've created a facial kit. I've created hair and nails, beard and body, lotions, serum, and potions for your complete total sets. Complete beard shampoo and beard specific conditioner. So I have everything needed for a day of pampering, not only for the men, but for the women as well. So we need us a quick hotel. Y'all know I basically just find the hotel. I got the discount. Just show me where we should go at. And that's where I'm going to be at. So the 14th on a Wednesday, we're going to celebrate my birthday in person. And we're going to sit back and enjoy all movies. I'm going to show a movie. And we're going to watch some TV shows. And we just going to get pampered that day. A day of hot tub, just woosah. And then I'll be getting everybody back together. So when you leave to go home, your hair will be set, wrapped, or whatever. Because I'll be bringing all old school stuff so that everybody leaves finished, pampered, and waiting and excited about another treatment. Now, why am I doing it that way? And just don't go buy all my orders and go sell everything all at one time. No. I'm not no longer flipping a kilo, getting it all done and over with and selling it fast. I'm selling my own products and I'm selling my personality and myself. So therefore, I got to keep some of that value in that product. You don't value your products by just throwing them out there. No, I'm going to use them, get reviews. I want somebody to use it with me and say, that made me feel so good. My hair feels so. I need that for about 6 months before I get bold and stick my shit anywhere. Because I wouldn't dare have nobody with my stuff in their hand. What is this? It's just this. It's just that. Nah. And now I'm going to touch back on something. My cousin mentioned, I have a guy, my one boy, my man, my homie, he said to me, my cousin, he said, it'd be a lot of talk about fake beef, sis. I want you to clear that up. So I said, well, let me clear up anything that was fake beef that had to do with me. I didn't never have no fake anything. Everything in my life, as I said earlier, is all real. I have never had a fake beef in my life, never, with nobody. Not a male, not a female. You know how you be playing with your guy cousin or your best friend and it look like y'all beefing because y'all not talking. I ain't never had no beef with no fake beef. I have had issues in my past, and I have had issues in life in general, but it was never nothing fake. Everything in my life was always real because it was based upon an act, and then that act caused a reaction. And once I got to where I had to react a type of way, then yeah, That was a real thing. In my eyes, I don't have anything fake, and neither does my authoritic figures. None of my legal team believes in nothing fake at all. Not in my life. I don't know about nobody else's life, but in my life, according to my legal team, oh, everything is oh so real, and I'm handling it according to it being oh so real. That's what we're doing. So yeah, sometimes that requires obtaining footage. That requires going back and opening the old wound. That requires keeping shit going sometime so that we can get the real presentation in front of our legal team so that they can see who these people are. So my husband one time got on Facebook, the guy I was married to, and I had to get the divorce and all that on my own. He got on Facebook and started talking like he ended the marriage and he went and got the divorce and all this stuff. And me and my lawyers was looking like, and I looked at my lawyer and I said to her, I said, listen, little sis, it's the mentality. If people believe in their heart that they done let you go, by all means, it makes the exit better for them. It keeps them from looking back so often. So I kind of had to let him have that. But yeah, it was me. It was me. Yeah, I threw the whole man away because I throw the whole person away. I have yet to have nothing fake in my life. People thought that was going to pass. Oh, they married. They going to be cool. Nah, I said I was the fuck done. And this community kept bringing that motherfucker up in front of me. So I had to go ahead and, like niggas say, you always got to show somebody something. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't have fake beef. Everything's real in my life. Everything's real in my apartment. Everything that's washed and clean is real. Everybody that sat in my apartment is real. Everything about me is real. Everything. I don't have that. My team, Thousand Families Rich, got this new Thousand Families teeth that they do. They go get these grills. They in Florida. So they buy these grills, little porcelain grills. Stormy got on there and said, no chiclets. And I said, shit, I ain't putting nothing in my mouth because after 55 years, I'm not even missing a side tooth. Why would I mess my mouth up putting some plastic shit in my mouth for, I don't know. But I might go down there and let them do all that when I get down there. They said you get this family rich teeth. That's called the rich teeth. I guess they pop them in. I don't know. But I don't want none of that shit. I don't want none of that shit. I'm uncomfortable quick. Now, that is one real fact about me. I don't wear nothing, no lashes, no nails. All of that stuff gives me an uncomfortable clench of a pearl for some reason. As soon as I see a creep of a track, anything, I'm done. I've been weird like that my whole life. I don't like nothing fake. So I don't live in fake life. I don't live under fake circumstances. I don't go under unsworn falsifications. I don't allow for nobody to, what they call that when we was kids. They used to nitpick with my grandkids. Or they used to nitpick with my kids. I had to go up to the school and tell the little boy, I know you like my daughter, leave her be. Because there'd be a lot of little stuff like that. So I had a couple of little stuff like that. But now for me, when you pick and a person reacts, and then you get in front of a crowd of people and say, see? No, what happened is a lot of people are loud. Like I got a homie, he's real loud and obnoxious. Soon as he shot, everybody, and they love it. With me, soon as he lay eyes on me, he gets right on away from me because he know that ain't for me. But now he's for everybody. Everybody else accepted that. Then I had a homegirl that went on a trip. They said they was faced with, they got on a trip. It was men and women trying to direct the trip that they paid for. So they had to let them know. And then that looked like something fake, but that was also real too. Because people tend to try to brush off what they do because people accept that part about them. People have some great personalities that people are affectionate to. And you got some people like me that just ain't going for it. I don't like no loudmouth man or no woman. I don't like slew-footed men and women, all that. Oh, that's disgusting to me. Them men and women can't sit with the fuck with me. And they damn sure ain't losing. I damn sure ain't losing them. They have lost me. I have sent them to the exit. I wanted to send a couple of them to the fucking border. Over the edge even. Yeah. I've been there and done it. Now moving on. When it comes down to life on life terms and life it, no, you don't allow nothing insignificant, superficial to guide your personality or your self-esteem or your confidence. No, you got to be standing up there like shit. I don't give a fuck who's standing right there. The light don't dim when I come in the building because somebody's standing beside me. They don't shine over top of me. I don't give a fuck who it is. They could put two niggas in the room beside me. If one of them niggas is mine, he gonna look at me all night long. So I ain't gonna worry about it. So what we talking about today is taking losses. A lot of people believe that you lose them because, of course, why wouldn't they believe them to be the fantastic person that they are? But if you look at your personal inventory, you got to look at who you were in a relationship. Yeah, I got a few that I don't want to lose, but they're men. I already looked at it. The women that's in my life are my relatives. I'm never going to lose. I'm never going to lose not my real relatives. But now, speaking of fake, that fake cousin shit that y'all do, my cousin, and that nigga ain't your cousin. You and that man been fucking for a long time. Y'all been undercover best friends and fucking and everything. Yeah, some of y'all used to live with these niggas because y'all was homeless. But I guess you don't consider that homeless when you're living with a homie because you're actually not homeless because you're in their home. But if that wasn't your home, then that means that you were homeless and you lived with niggas and homies in the hood. And that's okay. I have them same homies that would do the same thing for me. I can't say that for a lot of females because a lot of females I know be on the receiving end of nothing. They don't have anything. They too busy investing in other men and allowing that man to stand them up. And then their decision has to start and end with their move and how they going to feel. But some of us men and women don't care about our significant others' feelings at all. We embarrass him and we embarrass her. You know how many men is out here representing y'all women and you turn around and say, that's her man? Ooh. Oh, is that his woman? Well, it doesn't take from who they be, but it kind of gives up who they are. It's a tell-all. Sometimes who you be with, like when I was married, people was like, how could you be with that? And I was saying that's who I was when I was married to him. I wasn't no more than him. I didn't profess to be neither. But when I got the courage to get up and get up out of it, then I had became somebody that should have been holding on to. I ain't holding on to no motherfucking broke down marriage. I wouldn't dare even be a fiance for a motherfucking year. You couldn't put a ring on me and call me your fiance. You gonna marry me tomorrow. As soon as that ring hit my finger Wednesday, we getting married Saturday. Y'all better ask my motherfucking husband how that went down. I don't go around and I ain't nobody's title. You either laid the broom down and we jumped in and I'm yours, or we ain't shit. And especially if I don't have to give a fuck about you. The moment I utter the words that I don't care about my significant other, whether it be my bitch or my nigga, then that means that relationship is over and it ain't standing on shit. It damn sure ain't standing on no marriage. That's just where I'm at when we talk about what we taking in 25 and 26. I don't no longer have to take that insignificant marriage nowhere with me anymore. I don't have to take no titles of I almost got married. No, I'm not no fiance this year. Couple years in a row, I was being a fiance while being married, while being divorced. So I had my share of a title, trying to be a part of a man as a woman. Yeah, especially when all my friends was getting legally married. They done put the pussy in the time in, and the nigga turned around and married them, and all I got is a ring. I wouldn't dare be happy at all. There's no way I could find happiness not within other people. I couldn't even be able to congratulate my friends at that moment. I had to get married on that Saturday. Yeah, I met my husband Monday, Wednesday. We was married by Saturday. I did it all the time. But that was my first time I married on the land, but we ain't talking about that right now. We talk about what we taking and what we leaving, right? So in 2025, I'm taking everything with me into 2026 because I didn't have nothing going on. I didn't have no fake beef to leave. I didn't have no people to leave. I didn't have no fake friends. All my friends is coming with me. Now, everybody that I let go of, yes, they're not coming with me. They can tell their story the way they want to tell it. If he wants to sit up to, yeah, I broke up. Y'all know what that is. Y'all remember young girl. Y'all remember when that boy broke up with you? You quit the boy. Next thing you know, he over there. Fuck her. She ain't it. And you became a victim at that point. Remember? I've been on both ends. I done been the bad breakup and they done broke me up. But ain't that nigga ever put me nowhere and asked me to go nowhere near than none of my friends. They asking me today, is we still cool? I got bitches and niggas today, right now at 2:30, 3:34, 35 o'clock, texting me, you getting on live? Uh-huh. And here I am, right here. Now, January the 14th, male or female, if you want to come and have a pamper day, it's only on a Wednesday. Bring your own bottle because I don't drink. And I will not be having no liquor. Matter of fact, I may create a little cash bar. Um, I might. I just might. I might bartend for you guys on my birthday. I don't know. But on the 14th, we definitely going to be having our feet up. We're going to be at the pool. So you guys let me know. I'm only taking 5 with me. I'm only taking, 4 total, so it'll be 5 of us. And then the next go round, I'll add on to whoever wants to come. So you guys just let me know. It's already 3 of us. I'll take 2 more, and that'll be that. Now, so the 14th will be 55, and we're going to be looking alive all 2026 and having us a fix. So now, let's talk about me and all of my trades and all of my A&R credentials and my management skills and my agency skills. Football and NBA. I have opportunities for concession stand workers. I have opportunities for brand ambassadors for teams. Like, let's say somebody wanted to go to the Super Bowl and be there with their vending or stuff like that. I have opportunities like that. So I can speak to football and NBA coaches at any time I want to. My cousin is married to an NFL player. Yes, yes, yes. So, yes, I am an entry for those football fans that want to be a part of something because sometimes you don't have no other entry. It'll take sometimes to be a brand ambassador outside of your local brands because a lot of us are brand ambassadors that never been paid for promoting businesses in our own local area. Imagine being able to be a brand ambassador for the NFL or the NBA for that matter or the WNBA. You guys let me know if you want an opportunity like that because I have those opportunities right in my hand. Literally, all I have to do is make the phone call to my A&R on the NFL or my A&R on the NBA and say, hey, I got a concession stand wants to come and stand up at the Super Bowl and at any of the games, it doesn't matter which ones. So let me know. Hold on for a minute, guys. Look at y'all learning how to work your own phones. You ought to be proud. Yes, I was just in admiration because I had just looked at an agreement that I'm gonna have to redo. I just forgot about it. I'm gonna have to go down York. There's something down York down there. Remember my grass lot? I gotta go down there and redo my contract that I had with my grass lot because I still own that lot down there in York on I think it's 559 West Clark Avenue. But yeah, I'm back, y'all. We was just talking about what we're bringing in and what we're leaving. And as I look at all my actual friends that are every day, it don't matter what time I log on, you guys are here. The couple female friends that I have over the years, they're here. Hey, cousin Shakina, baby, I see you on the on my live over here. Hi, baby. Hi, Bryant Roy. Hi, y'all. Shay Deuce, I see you, Shay Den. I see my cousin Todd. Hi, y'all. So, but moving on. Now, I purchased a tour. Yeah, I purchased me a Florida tour and one for Vegas and a one for California. It's one of those resort tours. I pay $70. I can use it up to a year. 4 people can go with me. So the people that come to my birthday party, y'all might be the ones going to Florida with me to this place. And we're going to have a good time there too. I'm looking for males actually with hair on their face or hair on their head that don't mind being a model. Allow me to take them. Yeah, hi, baby. I wanted to thank you for supporting me. I had went back on my live a little bit ago, couple of days back, and that a week or two, and I've noticed you supporting me as you always do. I can't say that I always see you on live, but I know anytime I run into you in person, it's oh so real because you already know me. You know the mother in me. You know the daughters. You know me as a person. So you know my yesterday, then I know you proud of my today. Because I've already heard it from you. And those little things is what make me keep going. Because I don't want nobody, some example just like that, for you to turn around and see me today all fucked up and drunk. And everything that I said to you in person that I didn't no longer want to be. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm making my niece proud. Yeah, because Ida and them, you know how they are. They proud. They proud. They proud they don't got no drunk mom. And I know you proud too. And you know I love your mom. And your mom loves me no matter what. So I know. And I'm going to keep doing good because that's what is the big picture. You got to be the change that you want to see. I want to be able to be seen and loved for my growth. There you go. Not for what I was. Yeah, I want you to say, child, she used to be fast. Say it together. She used to be something. Go ahead. Yeah, Lisa Glenn used to be something else. We all have. But just like didn't nobody put up with my stuff, I don't put up with nobody else's stuff. So just like I wasn't allowed to walk in the room all rude and obnoxious, and ain't nobody get ready to walk in no room or walk up on me like that neither. I don't have to accept that kind of stuff in my life. That stuff is not fake at all to me. That stuff can be said fake. They can plead insanity. Men and women do it all the time. I know a man today that beat his woman down like she wasn't nothing, got in front of the judge and said, Judge, I'm in the GED program, Your Honor. Stood up there with a suit on. I'm in a GED program, Your Honor. I did this. I took the anger management class. I just want to get out and be with my kids. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it even on the advocacy side. Because now that I'm out, I tend to do a lot of stuff with the judicial system through the what they call the books. So now and then, as you see me as an arbitrator, now and then I'll get somebody that'll call me before they even go to court. They'll say, Lisa, can you read this for me? And I'll read it, right? After I read it, I'll say, you know, this ain't even worth going the rest of the way to court. Here's what you do outside of court. And once you go back to court, it'll be done. I've prevented evictions. I've created a matter where people could leave without being evicted, but they was able to get out of their contract. Like there's paperwork that I know how to do because I have a real legal team. And my real legal team says to stay away from those type of things, people in places that are evasive when they do something. But they so say that they don't mind being held accountable and they don't give a damn. Well, when the time comes, no, come on forward with the boldness. Go and tell the authorities that, you know, just go tell the authorities that, let's say you a man that goes to work every day, but during your lunch hour, you go to the bar and get drunk and go live and talk shit and then go back to work. Yeah, the community has every right, like they did that white man and said, hey, he was standing in front of his restaurant talking shit and he lost his whole restaurant, didn't he? Yeah. He went live recently and tried to sue the people that sued him. Yeah, because they said he was throwing racial slurs out in front of his own establishment. So, yes, the community had every right to report that and go a step further. Now, I'm the type that might step back. Now, I might pull back a little bit if I start seeing progress. Progress to me is the silence apologies where the man that exposed the woman in her nakedness took those naked pictures down. She dropped the charges. Now, he went and took the naked pictures down and the videos down, but he kept them, you know. So she said, Well, I'm going to need your whole phone. And then that way you can never do that again. So that was a defamation of her character. She didn't give him permission to do that. So therefore, that is not a fake beef. That was also real. So him and her had been beefing for years. And then finally, he said, well, here, I'm going to give you all of your pictures. I'm so sorry. I didn't want that to be my daughter or my sister or whatever. And they took that in consideration and they went on ahead and dropped that charge. But now I'm not the type that'll drop a charge. I'm the type that makes sure you get what you deserve. If that man said to the court that he didn't care about that woman that he raped, he mentally raped her when he put that up there. So if he don't care about that, yes, the judge has every right to take everything from him. Yeah, and I'm an advocate for that. That's what I do for a living as a community health worker, certified in the field. Y'all remember I was looking for Becky? I am still double ops. Yeah. I'm everything that I say that I am. And I go with every credential that come with it. And I push it to the maximum. So no, I don't encourage nothing fake neither going into the 2026. But whatever is so real, if it's lingering, it's definitely going to be handled. Whether it pours over the night after New Year's or not. It's going to be handled. Because one thing about Omni Incorporated, we don't do no tolerate. We don't just tolerate people because everybody else tolerates it. No, we don't tolerate that behavior. I used to have a bad, out of my 3 kids, I had a bad child. One of my kids that go to somebody else's house and show up, they got every right to punch him in his motherfucking shit if he go over there and act like I allowed him to. So if I allowed that dumb shit in my house, don't mean somebody else gonna allow that in their house. That's the point I'm trying to make with you. I don't give a fuck who accepts you over in your house. You don't get to come in my establishment or in my DuPont circle and do or say nothing that I don't feel right about. Soon as I feel violated, the world is in an uproar. And that's just how I am. I asked God to take that from me. I said to my cousin the other, I think my mom put that on me to be like that. Because no matter how holy I get, if you say something about one of my kids or even dance around my kids, like just say you ain't even say nothing about my kids, but you mentioned the thought of something, then you don't know nothing about it. So basically you lied and you said a mere mention on my motherfucking kids. I got you to do for life. Okay. Now, young man, I had a young man say some dumb shit about one of my daughters. He used to go out with her. He had something to say. He thought it was funny. He made a joke. He looked at me. And every day, every time he see me, hi, Miss Lisa. And when I give him that look, he just turns around and look like, I ain't going to kill you, but get the fuck away from me. Don't hi, Miss Lisa me. I don't play none of that shit. Soon as somebody, girl, I can't even sleep thinking the thought of somebody even thinking about my kids that ain't never been around them. That's the part there that I can't get past it. So I might make anything the fuck up because somebody gonna pay for that. Yeah, you gonna pay for that, especially if it's out of my control. You ever lose control and can't imagine, no matter what the consequence and how bold your spirit is, if you got something really big and fantastic to lose, so you yourself can't react, you make yourself look like a bitch even because you can't react because you got too much to lose. You ain't going off of a guess. You got a sure thing and you don't want to lose it. So you stand back a little bit and you say, you know what? I got you. I know mother. And then every time I think in the back of my mind about any events that took place in my life over the years, I was never affected by anything, but it's something about I'm hearing the sound of my kids echoing in the background somewhere off of the tongue of a fucking rabbit that jumped and bounced the fuck in front of me and says something in the back of their mind. And that's weird to me. Was it in her mind or did they say something about my kids or was they thinking it? Because I'm the type that if you even think about any of my kids, we got a problem. See how I'm getting all excited? Look at God. Look at God. Calm me down, God. Calm me down. So that's just what we doing. Yeah, that's what we doing. So I want my community, family, and friends to know that I don't have nothing fake going on in my life. And it was brought to my attention that we're not bringing anything fake. And I agree 100%. But everything that's so motherfucking real, it's going to be handled as a real thing. Just like everything else in my life. And I don't care what the loss is, communication. Because if don't nobody care, why the fuck should I? Why should I give a fuck? I don't care about what, because I don't have nothing to lose. Everything I have is in grass reach. I mean, I have it to lose, but I don't have it literally to lose. because it's already mine. Now you got stuff to lose that ain't yours. You know, them programs and stuff that ain't yours. I don't lose none of my shit. But I hold people accountable that try me. So if you thought about my kids, young girl, young man, and you still looking over your shoulder, you already turned into salt because I got you. Speaking of a legal team, my legal team don't play at all. At all. So all that rigmarole about who got a legal team and I hope they know who they playing with. I hope they know they playing with Dr. Glenn. And one thing is, when it come down to me, I don't miss no stone unturned. I capture every video, every circumstance. Like a man tried me one time. I had to take his video. I have that man's phone now. I own it. I own every account that he logs into. Yeah. So I already have one male example. I have a male example sitting out the county right now on a gun charge. Yeah. Wouldn't it be perfect timing to get to the store and have a gun on you? Wouldn't it be with my police standing there? Now play with somebody safe. How about that? Because I know how to get you off the street, especially if you play with me. So we talking about what we leaving in 25 and bringing into 26 with. I'm bringing every fucking thing with me from 2025 on into 2026 because I already let go of every friend, foe, and foolishness that I was supposed to before the new year hit. My birthday, January, I came into the new year without those people, places, and things. Everybody else that lost me have done their inventory. They're saying today, damn, if I would have done that, Lisa, I could have called Lisa and asked her. She know where to go and get that stuff at. Damn, I wish I would have did that with Lisa. Damn, I should have answered the phone when Lisa called me. Damn, I need Lisa. Yeah, because you ain't never came and got me from nowhere. I have always picked you motherfucking bitches and y'all kids up off the ground. Ain't nobody never took me into their house. These hoes have always lived with me. Name a time, maybe one time I lived with my cousin. And that was for 2 days because my house was getting prepared and I walked out of her door into my door. So I don't live with nobody. Never have I did so. I have never had to live with none of my niggas neither. None of my homies have never had to take me in. And then I turned around and say I was never homeless. Yes, I was homeless, near homeless, and I had to go live with my friends. Yeah, say that. Stop trying to present and represent ourselves in these new dimensions. But if you're only in the first dimension, the fifth dimension is a future. And sometimes it's hard to come that way. So now that we've lost all entry to all others, we walking into the NBA and the NFL season, and we're going to enjoy the Super Bowl February the 8th with me. But on January the 14th, we're going to have us a time at the hotel. Yeah. Who's all coming? I will say no children because I don't condone a lot of kids bouncing around me. I don't take no responsibility of no children. Not even my own grandkids. Their mama got that. So no, you don't bring your kids so they can hug Aunt Lisa. No, don't. Whoever's coming, come with your cigars. Come with your own drink. I might order us something to eat. And we celebrating doing a pampering party. Tanya, if you're in Harrisburg and want to get pampered with my own products, we doing it at the hotel. We're going to all come and have us a good time. Get in the hot tub. I can only take 4 with me. And if I might get 2 rooms. So that'll be 8. Maybe total of 10. So you guys let me know. Let me know. Now, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to say good morning to those of you that are rising. And good night to those of you that are just getting off. But in all, have yourselves a very sexy Saturday. Have a very prosperous new year. And may all of your new year be bright. Really. May everybody be successful and happy. May everything that you had good, all your good relationships, come forward. The lack of regard and respect in the relationships that you have, bring forward a new look on your life. Or leave them people be. Let somebody else love that woman. Let somebody else love that man. Clock it. Let somebody else love that man and that woman you don't care about. You know what I mean? Let somebody else be that man that you want to be to that woman. Let some woman go ahead and take that man because he's looking to treat a woman. Because he wants to be a man. He's no longer interested in a woman that wants to be the man and the woman. No man is interested in that no more. And after a while, the level of embarrassment, they can only endure but so much. Clock it. A man can only take but so much. Clock it. Is that what y'all do? Clock it. Yeah, so sometimes the man's ego can be shattered and knocked down, and you'll have other women looking like, what we gonna do with him? The way that woman talked to him out in the street, is he a man or is she the man? Because a lot of times the role be switched, and then you got these sassy ass niggas, and they be more sassier than the woman. The woman get into it with a woman. Here go the man. Move, move, bitch. Get a woman a chance. So a lot of times the man is taking on the role of the woman, and the woman done took on the role of a man, and he don't give a damn about her, especially his presentation out in the street. He don't care about himself falling, bumping into men and doing. He don't care what nobody go back and tell that woman. And that woman sure don't care about what they come back and tell that man, or she would be more of a woman. Especially after you hit a certain mark. Shit, by all means. I would say if I was like I'm 55, I'd be 55, and I had me a young nigga, or if I was a 55-year-old man and had me a young woman, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. I'd be back in my gigolo days then. I'd be doing everything and all that I could do to encourage that man to be a man. I would be saying, come here, let me fix your crown, baby. Oh, I would never talk to you like that in public. Oh, no, I would never raise my voice at you, baby. And you know what? I want to apologize for even acting like that in front of you, my nigga. You deserve a woman. Young man, you deserve a woman. Young woman, you deserve a real man. He's talking to you any kind of way. You rolled over, get ready to go to work. He got to go to the store all of a sudden with your keys. You know them niggas that roll over, and before you can leave, he got to go to the store. He got to run here, run there. Before you leave, now you got to stop at the gas station on your way to work because he done burnt your gas out. But you ain't going to say nothing. You going to let it happen. I'm not going to let nobody come and do nothing in front of me. That's y'all guilty of that. And now when them people get in front of real people, they wonder what they going to do with themselves. You got to show up with personality. Remove the people. Who are you? You got to have personality. The thoughts of others is not personality. You got to be able to talk and speak for yourself. Those of you that don't mind jail, contact me. I know a way to get you in there. I can get you locked up. That ain't no problem. Anybody that is looking to throw rocks at the penitentiary, contact me. Thirdly, anybody that's looking to get out of that mindset, I do have something to lose. I do care. I do want to be better. I do have psychological problems I want worked on. I do want Dr. Glenn to connect me to the resources that I need, because I see that she already connected herself, and her reaction to the bullshit is showing that. Yeah. Because can't nobody provoke the queen. Nah, a man couldn't even poke me from the back, dry dicking me for me to roll over and give him some. That never worked for me neither. Yeah, he had to ask me out of his mouth for some pussy from me. How about it? Don't nobody get to tap me and nudge me. You know how y'all just go giving it up. You felt it behind you. No, not me. That's why I'm single. Because I ain't the most submissive at all. It's a requirement to be somebody's woman. And this damn sure requirement to be my man. And if you don't meet the requirements and I like you, I might help you love me. I might show you how to work with me. But I'm not going to let you be the obnoxious, rude individual that the last woman let you be. You don't get to come in my house and bring the same version of you that you brought in her house. Young man, young lady. They like you over there. They love you over there, honey. They admire y'all over there. Over here, zero tolerance. Meaning, I don't just put up with you and tolerate you because the classroom did. Y'all went through life being tolerated. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I'm definitely not going to allow my colleagues to deal with it either. So NFL, NBA, any concession stands or any ambassadors that want to come into the industry, you're going to still be greeted by me. Especially if you're in the metropolitan area. If you in the tri-central, tri-state area of anywhere from Pennsylvania to Maryland to Washington to VA Arlington, you're going to have to deal with me in all industries because I'm on top of it. That's what A&R of Pennsylvania stands for. Department of the Pennsylvania Capital City Queen. That's where my resources take me above and beyond. So we're not going to go getting excited about what we could or possibly do. Because if you don't have no personality, you're not getting in that door. I don't give a fuck who liked your comments. I don't care what man. Listen, young man, it don't matter how many rap songs you bust out and turn a beat into something at 55, you ain't getting in no door. You're not getting in no door without the proper presentation. So you going to fuck with me and get some money, or you going to fuck with me and be outside of every door, because that's what I'm going to make it. That's what I'm bringing into 2026, my power. I'm going to use all of my powers, all of them. Yes, every bit of them. Clock it, clock it. So now, charm school. If there's any man that has become sassy, more sassy than his woman, but has not shifted his masculinity, I don't want that to go over your head. Meaning, some men pick up characteristic of us women and be wanting to protect our women and fighting women and doing all that stuff and beating up women because they done been through some stuff. Now, I get that allergy on the outside of my nose. Something's itching me right here. Get that off of there. Piece of hair or something. Excuse me. Yeah. Little thin piece of hair. I hate that. There we go. There we go. It's off of me. So, yeah. So we want to think about all these different things. So you got some arrogant and you want him to stop being so sassy, but you know he's not gay at all. Okay. He never partook. But before we can go there, you might want to say to him, well, you being mighty sassy. If that's what you need to talk about this new year coming in, well, those of you that are getting ready for work, you have a blessed, prosperous morning. Allow me to just get on and say good morning, help you rise and get your day started. Have a wonderful, great day. Now, and those of you that are getting off, I'm looking forward to you guys staying on, logging off to your shift, and getting on to your beautiful Saturday. Hopefully you guys didn't start cooking already. I get so mad at y'all. Y'all start cooking New Year's dinner right after day after Christmas. Knock it off, leaving that food sitting all them days. I'm so tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Yeah, but I'm taking you into the new year with me anyway. Yeah, I take the tired ones and all. So 2025, look alive. Y'all going into the bricks with me in 26. Believe it. I'm taking you with me. And I'm taking everything and all my circumstances with me because they going to get ironed and straightened out. Yeah, they are. And I would like my stuff to be straightened out legally. I don't want no intervention. What they call that, intervention? No, I don't need no kumbaya. I need the COP to get on that ASS and LOCK, because they don't care. The people say they don't care. I'd like to see him over there with Sonia McKnight. I want to see him sit with Sonia. The non-caring, abusive individuals, the men and the women that like to strike women and strike men and be nasty, go sit with Aunt Sonia. Since y'all didn't do nothing, she's sitting in there and didn't do nothing either. Y'all can go sit with her. That was a thing too. Remember, everybody was worried about how abusive she was. Well, we're going to help somebody today go sit with her. Yeah, because any abusive behavior around me or my kids, especially around my kids, if my kids got to ask me what happened, we got a problem. And my baby daddy could have told y'all that. I don't know what he was sitting there doing while all these people was talking shit. All these men and women had all this fake beef. They claimed it to be fake. No, it was real the whole time. And once my family and friends really found out, they were sitting there like, yeah, but don't worry, the actual legal team got that. I don't got to do nothing. You know how they say you don't got to take no matters into your... I don't have to do nothing but sit here like this. No, contact the NBA and the NFL. Just let them know that I'm there. Let them know I said no. We need more personality. The answer is no. Clock it. The answer is no. Now, if there's anybody that has a booth or a pop-up stand that would like to be at any football or NBA games, let me know. I have a few concession stand slots left, but you would have to get your own way there. You would have to make your own way to the game, but I could get you paid when you got there. Any game, any NBA game, any NFL game. You let me know any team. You got a business you want to be there. You want to speak on the microphone. You contact me. I'll get you in the door. Or not in the door. All I got to do is hear about it. And I might just pull the plug. Because I have that. I am the plug. You ever hear them say Plugiana? Right here, Plugiana. The Plugiana of the Pennsylvania area. Let's go. So all my rappers, consumers, and musicians, If you got some MP3 you want to send me, go ahead and send it in my inbox. I'll put you on the radio immediately. Yes, I'm letting Gaines Bonds just play because I don't feel like being bothered as a radio. That's not my dream. I own a station. Don't mean I'm going to run it. So I have a DJ Gaines Bond. When he upgrades his music, then I'll upload it, and that'll be that. Anybody else publicly that has an MP3 full of music, send it to me, and I'll put you on the big heart. And all you got to do is share the app moving forward until it gets in the hands of where you want it to be, okay? So now, keeping up with the Joneses. In order to keep up with the Joneses, you got to get with the Glens. Keep that in mind. Now, have a great day. Now, I'll be getting on to my paperwork today. So, see y'all at my 55th, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going into the book of Hebrews. So, I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. I'm going to get on this early as 4 in the morning tomorrow, guys. So, yeah, I'll see y'all then. I'm looking forward to Sunday service. I'm looking forward to my B-Day. I'm just looking forward to everything, y'all. So, y'all hit me up and let me know my last little, I got 3, 1, 2, 3. So, it's me, her, him. 3 slots left for my birthday thing, and we booked and loaded, and that's that.